AM 560. The Answer.
I can't remember nothing, no. But the good time we used to share. My Lord, I'm so sad and lonely.
Oh, the 70s, 80s. Sexy son of a gun. That's a Friday right there. Teddy chasing a hooker who stole his Rolex. Can you think of a better way to die, Squirrel? Although he was paralyzed, he lived through that accident. Mitchell Desplains also would chase a hooker, stole his Rolex and a Rolls Royce. Go ahead.
Only on Thursday nights. Sean, I wanted to run this by you because you're a critical thinker and you're an excellent burn master, but I digress. This whole notion of these teen takeovers, which the police in Chicago can't control, they can't handle it. You got a mayor that gives them all the latitude and all the excuses in the world. Why doesn't Trump just invoke the Insurrection Act every time there's these teen takeovers, which would then justify bringing in the Marines and the military and taking these kids down one at a time until they're eradicated?
There's a couple of things, right? Number one, I never liked the idea of a teen takeover and teens, and this is a kid. Last night at 1 a.m, a 15-year-old got shot in the forehead. Was he a gangbanger? Did he have a gun in his hand? You know, there were 6 shootings between midnight and 6 a.m, all around the city, right? So these are kids. You're now getting the information. But if you look back at the Civil War, and you know this, what's the average age of the soldier in the South? Is it 14? Is it 15? Right? So they're teen takeovers. They're not teen takeovers. They're scumbag, degenerate, gang-banging, low-rent, low-life scoundrels that are permitted to do so. You want to turn Chicago into Disney World? If you are convicted of any crime, if you've ever been caught with a gun, if you've ever been charged with a felony, you are no longer eligible for welfare the rest of your life. You'll turn it into Disney World. Me and you could go for smoke cigars, eat cotton candy. No such thing. Bad side, good side, south side, all of it. Until you start to penalize scumbags, until you stop rewarding scumbags, you know what you're going to get? More scumbags. You don't need gun control. You need scum control. Simple.
They were told the Chicago police were told to stand down. So if that's the case, why doesn't Trump? I know he's over his head to sing on Iran. He invokes the Insurrection Act in Chicago because of these teen takeovers, which justifies bringing in the military. That's what I was.
You're not going to bring. Here's the thing, Mitchell. You bring the military. What do you got? You got the military shooting gangbangers.
Yeah.
What do you think just happened? What do you think just happened in Wisconsin? Who was really that scum pig, George Floyd? It was a scum pig, pimp, drug dealer, thief, rapist. And what happened? What happened? He OD'd. Look at what happened because of that fracking rat pig. Now you want to unleash the military on kids who are degenerate gangbangers because they cannot read, they cannot write, they are unemployable, and they're slinging dope from the time they're 7. That's what you want to do? Where do you think that ends?
Well, I mean,
you want to solve the problem? You solve the problem very, very simply. If you are a scum criminal, you get nothing forever but prison. And that's it. Over. Game over. I mean, I got the cut on the board of Wisconsin. Did you read about this pig, this low-rent scum? They're trying to make him George Floyd Part 2. Why not? George Floyd was a piece of dung. You look at these scumbags. Look at this guy. He's stabbing 2 cops. Shoot him. They gave him too fast of a death. They should have beat him to death with a ball-peen hammer. Now what? Now what? In the meantime, you want to release the military on these kids who've already, you could argue, have been victimized by the Chicago Democrats themselves. When 18 out of 100 can read, that means 82 cannot read. 82. Put 100 kids in a room. 82 can't read. What's going to happen to them? Seriously.
Hey, actions speak louder than words.
Well, listen, it's real simple. If you're a criminal, you don't get a nickel. Not a nickel. Not a sandwich. Not a voucher. Nothing. Until you do that, look out, kid. Because in my neighborhood, I was going to tell you 6 years ago when I first moved, I saw a car with the spinners pulled over on the road right in a 7-Eleven. Got 2 guys on the hood handcuffed, and they're bringing out dope, guns. I said, boy, look at this. I'm going to go heckle these fracking guys because, I like to pick an argument. So I go to get gas. I tell the coppers, gee, what was the tip-off? Seen them coming from a mile away, the guy said. I said, whew, if that was Chicago, you can't say you pulled them over because you saw them coming. This ain't Chicago. Something doesn't fit, we hook it, and we look at it. And it took 6 seconds to walk up to a car, and all he said, smelled dope from here to Tuesday. You know why? Can't smoke dope where I live. It's not legal. Here it's legal. Did you ever drive down North Avenue? It stinks like you walked into some beatnik poetry session in 1965. The whole frickin' neighborhood smells like dope. That's what you have here. Degenerates, drug addicts, welfare roaches, 2 million people on food sustenance. No wonder nobody gives a frack about food prices. Nobody pays. That's what happens. You live around the low. Low living. That's Democrat lifestyle. Andrew, Cherville.
What do you get when you cross Marvin the Martian and Barack Obama?
Oh, this is a good one. I would say an Emmanuel, because they look a lot like Marvin the Martian. I don't care which brother you look at. You know who's even creepier than Rahm is the doctor. They are that's generational ugly. You show you a family picture of his great uncle, looks like a dog's ass. Looks like Tony Preckwinkle with a yarmulke on. So I would say an Emmanuel. What do you say?
Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
Hi-oh!
Very good. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, and the more she talks, it's repulsive and hypnotic, Squirrel. Really. It's like going to a dog park and looking at one of those dogs with the tail flipped up, and all you can look at is the dog sphincter, and it's moving. That's like Tony Preckwinkle talking.
That was before Election Day. Lo and behold, after the election, she revealed bills would be delayed again, maybe till October. If you own a home, you might be thinking, great, I've got more time. But think about schools, local government, all the groups that count on that money. Many had to take out loans. Chicago Public Schools.
Wait, I didn't hear this clip for a couple hours. I thought there was more Tony Preckwinkle. Because you know what it is, Squirrel? The sound of her voice in conjunction with the confusing look of a dog sphincter winking at you, it's hypnotic.
Cook County hasn't been able to perform a basic function of government on time in quite some time. We're talking about sending out property tax bills. County Board President Tony Preckwinkle promised the problem was fixed back in March.
We can move forward now. We've got the bills out on time, and they'll be out on time going forward.
Hypnotic. Wouldn't you like to know her singing voice? Hey, what would it cost, Tone? How much will we have to give to get you to sing Happy Birthday? I want to hear it in that feminine voice, and I want to watch you do it with that kisser you got. 312-642-5600.
He will never negotiate his constitutional rights with the government. Live free or die on The Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.